Hey there, guys. Jason here from the Inspired Life, where I love sketching architecture. And yeah, I just love sketching architecture and urban sketching. Hope you're having an awesome Saturday. It's May 24th, 2025. Today is the birthday of the Brooklyn Bridge. How cool is that? So, I thought I would do a sketch inspired by the Brooklyn Bridge. We'll look at a little slideshow I put together and all kinds of fun stuff in the next 20 minutes or half hour or so. If you're watching live, please let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to say hello to you. Um, I'm just starting off with this different kind of camera view. So this is just a kind of a backdrop here. You can see my kind of my gallery wall. It's a magnetic board, and I love it because I can put images up there. I can move them around pretty easily, and it's also the door to my closet. So you might notice there's like barn door hardware up there. It's pretty cool. So yeah, this is where I'm working. This is my kind of my studio space. Love it so much. And then here's another view. You can see kind of see a close up of the gallery wall. All kinds of New York City iconic images up there. You see the Empire State Building, the Brooklyn Bridge. Um, the bottom left, you see a building that looks like the letter H. That is the Copper Building. I love that building so much. Yeah, and the Statue of Liberty is all in the upper left. So all kinds of fun things happening on there. Very, very cool. All right, let's go back to my desktop camera. Boom, there it is. So I love the Brooklyn Bridge. Today, the Brooklyn Bridge turns 142 years old. It first opened to the public in 1883. An incredible structure. I've walked across it twice. I love it so, so much. And here are just a few of the sketches I've done of the bridge. So those are just some of the sketches I've done of it, and we'll work on another one tonight. Cool. All right, so I figured I'd start off with a little share my screen for a few minutes here. So let's go and share. And here's a little just video, kind of a little memory from March 1st, 2025, this year when I was last at the Brooklyn Bridge. Yeah, hopefully it'll work and play. We'll see how it goes. But that's okay. I'll post it in full entirety so you can actually see it all. And we could stop it. All right. So that was just a quick little memory from March 1st this year when I was last at the Brooklyn Bridge. So let's do a sketch tonight. Here's a sketch I started working on last night. Maybe I'll work on this for a few minutes. So this is a Statue of Liberty torch. Last night we added some watercolor to it. We'll zoom in a little bit. Boom. That should be pretty good, I think. And what I want to do is I want to just pull out some of the lines on it. It's pencil underneath, and it kind of got wiped out a little bit. So we'll bring it back. All right, there's a bunch of windows open. All right, cool. All right, so let's throw down some Sharpie on here. Just pull out some lines on this Statue of Liberty torch. Before I do that, I want to show you a zoom, a close up. Check out how the watercolor and the ink kind of dried. I let it pool down at the bottom. And then you can kind of see how it dried here as well. I really love the colors. Awesome. Might have some lagging tonight, guys. I'm not sure why the internet's going cray cray. Hey, I see Dawn over on Instagram. Dawn, hope all's well with you. Always great to see you. Hope all's good. All right, so let's just pull out some lines here. And already you can just see how the outline's coming out here. I want these lines to be really quick and loose. And I don't think I'm going to hit everything on here as well. I think I'm just going to kind of keep that the way it is. I like the way the hard edge kind of defines the arm happening there. I kind of like it that way. I don't want to overdo this one too much. So I think we're going to leave it and call this one done, actually. I really like how this kind of just ghosts on the left-hand side where we can't see a hard Sharpie line here to define the arm. I just kind of like how it's very subtle. So pretty cool. All right, let's do a Brooklyn Bridge sketch. I'm only gonna be on for another 10 minutes. It's gonna be a quick night. Let's see. Oh, what view? Maybe I'll do a view inspired by this right here. Let's grab a drink. I want this to be very loose and quick. Definitely want to capture the iconic Gothic pointed arches here. That's always key. All right, I think it'll be fun to throw some watercolor on this. So we'll do that. Hey, I see Chip's in the house. Chip, great to see you, man. Hope all's well. Always great to see you. Yeah, let's just throw some watercolor in here, have some fun for a few minutes. Let's see. I got a lot of good feedback on the blue bridge, so I might just use blue on this. We'll see how it goes. I don't usually use blue too often. So last time I was at the Brooklyn Bridge was March 1st of this year. It was a very cold, windy day. I remember that. And being on top of that bridge with the wind was quite memorable. But the views from the Brooklyn Bridge of the New York City skyline are incredible. If you haven't done it, it's definitely something worth doing at some point in your lifetime. And I'm going to mix some brown in here. So no, these are not the colors of the bridge. I'm just kind of going with my gut right now, just having fun, actually. We'll see what happens. I think I'm going to use the blue and brown. I'm going to mix up a gray color. I'll do that on camera so you can kind of see. So I'm just going to dip into the blue. And then we're going to grab some brown. And I think this would be a cool color for maybe under the bridge. All right, cool. I like the way this is drying. I'm going to throw some yellow, just a little pop of zesty zestiness here. Right, when you think of cooking with lemon as a zest to your cooking, right? Kind of brightens and uplifts flavors. So for me, that's what this yellow, lemon yellow paint does. The same idea. It just kind of uplifts things a little bit. Yeah, I like that. I really like that pop of yellow happening. Pretty cool. All right, while that's drying, let's revisit. Where the heck is it? So here's that Statue of Liberty torch. I want to add some of the lemon yellow on here while this is drying a little bit. I'm really throwing out the watercolor paint really thick, not a lot of water, because I want it to punch out and pop out. Yeah, I like that. I feel like this just needs a little more yellow on it. There we go. Cool. Yeah, I like that. Here's what it looks like close up. Awesome. I think it's just enough yellow on that. All right. And we got some green happening, yellow mixing with the blue. Cool. This will look really cool when it dries and I pop some of the shapes out with a Sharpie. All right, what else do I want to add here? Anything? I think we're going to mix up some purple and do some purple in kind of these areas. So I'm just going to mix up my own here with some red and blue. I could use a purple Sharpie creative marker. But I don't know. I just feel like I want to mix my own color right now. Plus, I think using the blue to make my own purple is going to tie it in with the blue that we used before. Yeah, I think I'm kind of liking this. So there we go. So that's kind of have a purplish color happening in there. So let's throw some of that on in these shadow areas. So this is wet on wet. I'm just letting the, you know, adding layers of wet color on top of wet color, letting them bleed and run and just do what they're doing. So it looks really kind of loose and fuzzy, but I'm going to sharpen it up. After it dries, I'll come back in with my Sharpie and I mean, that's why they call it a Sharpie. I'm going to sharpen up those edges with that Sharpie black ink. There we go. Yeah. There we go. That's a nice, that's a cool purple color right there. All right. Getting kind of muddy with this one a little bit. A little too muddy for me. So I'm going to back out some color. There we go. So I just took a paper towel and just kind of blotted it a little bit. There you go. So I really can't do much with this right now. It needs to dry, so we'll let it dry. And let's see, 9:35. I think we're going to wrap up for tonight. So thank you for joining me tonight for this quick Brooklyn Bridge sketch here on the Brooklyn Bridge's 142nd birthday. I hope I look as good as the bridge does after 142 years. Yeah, it's an incredible structure. If you haven't been there in person to see it, it's so impressive. The scale of it, this massive, solid, the cables. It's just an incredible structure. All right, guys, I've been having a good time with you guys. I'm Jason from The Inspired Life, where I love sketching architecture, and you could tell I need some more water or whatever this is. All right, guys, take care. Have a great night. Keep using your creativity for positivity. Until we meet again.